Hello sir, this is my reporting. AC and DC power supply. An alternating current or AC in an electrical current whose magnitude of direction varies vertically and opposite of direct current DC, or the continuous current whose destruction remains constant. Usually we form on the AC to scenes have the result in the most efficient transmission of energy. However, certain application different waveforms are used such as triangular or square waves. How conversion works. AC-DC converts takes AC power from wall outlets convert into the unregulated DC. This the power supplies include transformer that change the voltage AC to come through voltage receives to and AC to DC filter that. So, nabasa naman. And the first step of converting AC to DC voltage is rectified using the series of rigorous transformer neutral and AC wave into series positive peaks. Use the receiver in this the point, and peaks needs to be removed. To the filter out to capacitor is used to by creating the energy of the applied of the incoming energy in the rising edge of the expanse of the voltage drop. Generally, the higher of the storage capacity is the capacitor, the higher the quality of the power supply. After the voltage conversion, output variation is smoothed output. Passing voltage through a regulator created a fixed DC output. AC to DC, what is the difference? In 1878, the direct current or DC was king at the of states of Edison Power Station scattered across the United States of delivering DC electricity that's customer, but DC had great imitation, namely that the power plants could only send to DC electricity about mile before the electricity began the lower power. So when the George Westinghouse introduced the system based on the high voltage alternating current AC, which is the culinary electricity hundreds miles and lose the power of people naturally talk notice about of the current ensured in the end by Westinghouse AC prevailed. What is the device that converts AC to DC rectifier? A rectifier is an electrical device that converts alternating current AC which the practical reserve direction to direct current DC which flows is an only one direction. Rectifiers can take wide variety of physical forms from vacuum tube, vacuum tube, gearbox, diodes, and crystal radio shifts to the modern selection based the design. Different types of rectifier. Uncontrolled rectifier when the diagonal connected of the rectifier as an configuration rectifier cannot complete. Under the control of the operating who's known as controller rectifier is not left the power can change based on the requirements of the load. So this kind of rectifier naturally used in the fixed or stable power supplies. This kind of rectifier simplify use because provides a stable output voltage based on the input AC only. Full wave rectifier. A types of rectifier during both of half cycles when AC supplies is applied to one power of pulse of current through the load poles flows is the same direction. This circuit yield higher standard output voltage while alternating both polarities of one wave from pulsating DC. This is a short rectifying can be active by using the slash 2 crystal conducting current differently. Bridge rectifier. Bridge rectifier circuit can be built with our pure diagrams or so change both in the input AC half a cycle of DC output. So on this change a rectifier parties are mean connectedly exactly formed. So the full wave rectifier outputs includes power, ripples, compared half wave, tacular auto is not level the stable of the make, OP voltage level capacitor use the circuit, the charge of discharge or capacitor will mimic level transmission among the half cycle. Center of the top full wave rectifier. The type of rectifier circuit used in the transform use a secondary winding top of the center point. Two diagonals are connected articulately stitched. One of them use or the half cycling of the input AC voltage. For rectifying one use of the voltage showing the upper half of secondary winding OP position of circuit high because its AC supply brings the power through both halves. Full wave bridge rectifier. A rectifier circuit one of the capable forms of full wave rectifier here rectifier here use the for diodes of Pride's topology in the place of center transformation of anal formation of the AC supply is required applied to diagonal differing ends of the bridge and load rectification connected across the residual two diagonal differing of the bridge. Next and the last equipment used convert AC to DC. Transformer. In the power supply system that converts AC to DC, that transform will function just the would any other system, transmitting and converting energy between high and low. Diode. It is a two-terminal electronic component that conducts current primarily is the one direction. Its how resistance is one direction and highly resistance in the other. Capacitor. This is a device that stores electrical energy is an electric field is an positive electronic component with two terminals. And this is my video presentation to this subject. And I thank you.